Like, what are these dudes doing, man?
It's all of them, though, because even Shakur, it's been a long time for him to not have put on such a lackluster performance. Shakur, you one of my favorite fighters, but people are going to forget who you are, bro. You got to think, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, all them dudes around that general 130 to 135 weight range is coming up. Like, they're going to forget about you, bro.
People definitely turn.
They're going to forget about you,
It's mad people, like, he losing a lot of like
Emiliano Vargas, like all them dudes around that 130 to 135. It's a lot of nice young dudes.
He's not fighting super frequently. Then most of the people he's fighting, they not big names. Yeah. And then he going into the fights, and he like fighting like a timid fight.
Yeah.
Like, yo, people like, why am I watching you?
And for
like,
you, like
what is the
said,
purpose of watching you, yo?
You called me out on it because I'm a Shakur stan outside of Tank. I doubt you remember I was calling Shakur out years ago, bro. But he was talking about the power with a fighter that wasn't even like a top contender in that weight division. It's like, bro.
You want the left-handed dude?
Yeah, it's like, bro, he all right, but like, yo, what are you doing? You're supposed to beat him up. We back with another episode of the Boxing Break. We just had a boxing weekend. Shout out ESPN Plus for putting on a great card in general, to be honest with you.
It was two, right? The DAZN had one as well, right?
Yeah, they did.
Have a card?
I ain't watched that
was the Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, I didn't. I just caught
Nate Diaz.
I really just caught the. Yeah, do you know who was the winner of that first?
Nate Diaz.
Yeah, I heard this. I actually didn't see anything from it. Besides,
I didn't see anything,
which is weird.
I'll be honest, I hate DAZN.
Yeah. Carmel Moulton, though, I saw him put.
Yes,
he was
Carmel
on that.
Moulton
He was on that
nice.
card. That's the only thing I really wanted to see.
I saw that.
I saw the highlights.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights. Yeah, he definitely threw hands. That little boy, not little boy, young man is nice because he 18, bro, and the body shots be hurting.
That was a grown man he fought too. That was an actual grown man he was fighting. So
yeah, beating up the grown man.
He had 130, 35 technically now. I think,
yes.
He waiting at
that 130 and 135 is crazy because like for the card that we talking about, the Shakur Stevenson fight, we had Abdullah Mason fight.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis's brother fought. Keyshawn Davis fought. And then obviously, it was the fight with the highway robbery. What was his name again, y'all?
Shocky Foster.
Yeah, Shocky Foster. That was crazy.
Yeah, let's go through these.
Yeah,
crazy.
So let's start with the first two fights. The first one was the Abdullah Mason.
Abdullah Mason is a menace. I'm telling y'all now. I've been talking about it. They don't want smoke with this kid because he's a poised killer.
He's a problem.
Like he be calmly beating the brakes off of people. And he's patient inside. Pause. Like when he's close to somebody,
he's rangy too.
Yes.
The rangy fighters with the power, yo.
He's got high boxing IQ.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
And he's strong, yo. Like he really be striking folks, bro.
And he looking to cause damage when he hits you.
Punch power that Shakur Stevenson doesn't.
Fast. He's really fast.
The combos I was seeing him.
Yo, he's a menace. He's been doing that. First off, look up his record. He broke everybody down right now, yo.
The one thing they gotta do is they're gonna have to toss him in with some better comp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
well, you know, with ESPN Plus, that circuit can be you could fight a really good guy and then it'd be like
he's so talented that it's not gonna help him. It's not helping him because he's just way too talented for the step. They're gonna have to make him jump. Man. Yeah, they got to jump him up a little bit more.
I think he should fight Emiliano Vargas. I think that would be a good a pairing with them because both of them can really fight and they both young.
I like that fight, and I'm all for young fighters fighting. Don't wait forever.
Yeah, don't wait.
I do think that's a little too early though.
Okay.
Just from a promotional and a build up and that's a little too early. Let them get a few more fights. Now I'm not saying let these. We gotta wait 6.
What you think, like a Valdez level guy or a
Cam
Kambosos level guy? He could probably take on.
He could take.
I think he could beat both of them.
He could fight Kambosos now
and Valdez.
First of all, Kambosos is a tough test guy now.
Absolutely.
He's not a championship contender anymore. So I would say you would give him a slight guy in between that, and then go straight to Kambosos.
Yeah.
Don't even wait. Him or Key. Well, I don't want to jump too much, but yeah, Abdullah Mason, he could fight Kambosos to me right now.
His tail off, bro.
And I believe Kambosos would make him have to, because Kambosos is not a complete.
Yeah, he's gonna press him. Yeah, he's gonna press him.
But he's gonna have to make him think and readjust. And I think he got the tools from what I've seen personally. Yeah. I think he has the tools to get it done. Special fighters, you can jump them a little bit, yo. Historically,
for sure,
you can jump them.
Nah, he's different. He has ultra instinct when he fights, bro. Like it's slow but aggressive, and it's like when he picks his shots, he only takes punches that matter. Like, yo, I'm about to hurt you when I hit you.
Nah, his I just like that intentional fighting style.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not an amateur looking fighting style.
Not at all.
Yeah, nah. And I gotta give a big shout out because we give him blues sometimes about some of his antics, but Keyshawn Davis had a hell of a fight too, bro.
Yeah.
He beat the brakes off that dude. He was fighting a tough guy because when I'm talking about, he was cracking, bro. There was one point where he pieced him up so bad. He didn't know what to do, and he tried to slam him. Did y'all see that? He
I did.
Keyshawn Davis up over his head.
He just
never
dropped him.
him,
Yeah, he
right?
never dropped him. He blocked him a few times.
I seen that.
Yeah, he
I
beat
seen
the
the
brakes
body
off of him.
slam. The
He
body
beat the
slam
brakes off
joint
of
was
him.
crazy.
He beat the brakes off of him. And I like that because a lot of fighters would have got discouraged when you punching somebody like that with everything you got, and you usually knocking folks down. And that dude just kept coming forward. He was just one of them, got the beard, almost looked like an anorexic Better Beef, bro. Like
Miguel.
Miguel Better Beef.
Man.
No, that wasn't his name.
Mandueno?
Anybody that saw that fight, he definitely looked like a small Better Beef type guy.
You got a tough test.
Yeah.
You need somebody, like, it's good to have somebody you can get good rounds in, but you're not skating through the rounds. We're gonna get to certain stuff later, but you getting some work in. Like, you putting in work. You can't just knock him out, and you got to figure out ways, and you trying to figure out how to get him out of here. So it's testing you, readjusting. Even if you don't get it done, it's making you think in that ring.
Yeah.
And Keyshawn, the combination punches,
Counter.
he's trying to have he has the instinct to try to be a killer.
He's great.
Whether you get somebody out of there or not.
He just gotta stay focused. That's his main thing. He get a little bit with the side antics.
Well, I respected him this time because he seemed like he was really trying to sell the fight. And he brought his grandmother out. Like, he seemed like he trying to just ground out and really take it serious.
He getting older. You know,
yeah.
I mean, he might start.
And shout out his brother, because his brother won too.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, his brother can fight. Yo, his brother Linky though. He look a little bit like.
I seen his brother.
Yeah, linkier than him.
He walked out with him actually.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Both of them did.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's three of them. Yeah.
So, next fight was the Oshaki, Foster, and the robbery. This was a robbery.
Yeah, that Foster robbery was crazy.
I watched that whole fight.
Ain't lose no rounds. But see, I came in the house late.
But this is what happens when you do that Shakur Stevenson-esque fighting thing, where you
they could just kind of throw it anyway. Like, yo, they've done that.
You
a lot of times in boxing.
But the thing is, he don't got that. He don't got the Shakur name.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
And that's what sucks about boxing, though. This is why people really be getting fed up.
I saw some people tweet that out. It really pissed me off. I hate when people do that. Every time it's a bad call in boxing.
But the sick part is he won every round.
It adds to the.
It's a good argument why you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, because the casual just want to see good, and they want to see something that looks relatively honest. If they're gonna sit down and watch a fight, but if you watch a fight, that's when it comes to just reputation. That's why when any gambling rumors or anything comes up with like a major sport like the NBA or the NFL. They try to shut it down real fast or give out harsh whistling because it's like if you start questioning the credibility of a sport which is supposed to be pure, even though we all know it's not.
Yeah.
But the average fan is gonna be like, dog, why am I watching this? I might as well watch something else.
So they had the interesting thing about it, because this is when I think I called you the next day maybe about the fight.
Yes.
And we talked about that fight.
Yeah.
And it was
he gave me the blues.
There's the only thing that I can think about this, and I don't know. It's total speculation here. I don't know anything. Sportsbook seasoning is looking
bro.
heavy.
We've been calling the sportsbook seasoning
because he was an underdog, the guy that won. Mm-hmm. So if you bet on him, you came up, bro.
Yeah.
That's a come up.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That looks bad in boxing.
I'll never forget the Rolly and Barroso.
Oh.
Everybody was talking about that was the biggest robbery. No, that was the biggest robbery, bro.
Yeah,
that was the biggest robbery in like the last 10 years.
He stole a championship belt from him.
That was wild, bro.
They
stole a belt from this old man, bro.
I ain't hear from Barroso.
Because they stopped the fight. That's a true robbery.
Yeah,
the ref stopped the fight.
Stopped
Tony
for
Weeks.
nothing.
Let's say his name.
Tony Weeks stopped the fight for no reason.
No reason whatsoever.
Disgusting.
And bro was beating on Rolly. That same one too. He was cracking him, bro.
Rocking him. The 1-2 with the left, the straight left.
The old head
was cooking him, yo.
Right, and like the straight right to the body, and then go up with the nasty left and was rocking him.
Getting back to this fight, the Shockey joint, it was really disheartening to see how he felt after the fight.
Sorry,
that's why I felt most bad for him. Foster, I really hope you hold your head on that.
Nah, but after that, the boxing world, we don't even hold that L against you, bro. Like,
I mean, it's an L on his record, though, unless they can argue it, if they can successfully get some kind of argument.
I've never seen one of those get
you can't get that overturned.
They usually don't.
Now, if he was doing steroids or something one way, but like, no, it's not
like that. They just kind of.
So that kind of sucks, man.
Yeah, Rolly still got that win against Barroso.
Punches landed, everything. It was the guy couldn't even really honestly say he won that fight.
Yeah.
I think the interpreter was lying to him when he was feeding him the language. Yeah. I don't think he was telling him the truth. He know he lost that fight. You ain't land a punch out there hardly. Yo. You couldn't touch him. Facts. He was untouchable out there. Yo. The kid looked good, man. I really felt bad for him. So definitely hold your head, Foster, man. Keep trying. I hope you get
keep
back
going,
in
yo. You're a nice fighter, bro. Just keep going.
And then, that fight went the distance. The crowd was already restless with that fight, and that was the fight before the main card.
Yeah.
And all I'm hearing before the main card is how my man Shakur's shoulder was hurt the last fight. That's all I keep hearing about. So in my mind, because I heard how this young boy, this guy, I hadn't heard of him. You might have heard of the guy.
I heard the Artem before.
I had never heard of him.
He was like the race car driver.
Frank Martin fought him. Frank Martin
That's the only reason I know.
And beat him as well.
Yeah.
But
my man, the Ricky Booby.
Him talking in the beginning when he asked, it was one part. This is kind of like a little sidebar, but I watched. You know how they do the pre-fight stuff and they talk to the fighters before the fight. This was during like maybe the Keyshawn Davis fight or something like that. They interviewed him and they asked him about. You said you could smell the fear on him and you liked the way the fear smelled. Could you tell me what that smelled like? Yo, that's a hilarious question to ask a man.
Asking him what the fear smelled like is crazy.
In the middle of me about to get into a championship fight right now, but he answered it so pleasantly. You could see that man was just happy to be there. Yeah. You were supposed to destroy that man, yo.
Even did you see the pre-fight conference when he's like, Shakur seems like a very nice guy.
Yo, this nigga was just excited to have the opportunity.
Beat the brakes off this fool, man.
He was just happy to have the opportunity, brother. You could see it in how all his antics, bro. He didn't even know really like the magnitude of anything. Yeah. Like he just was happy.
And I ain't going front, yo. I was in a pressure cooker because like I've been telling people, yo, Shakur is great. Yo, he can do this, that, the third, and it was just like, I don't know why he won't let his hands go.
But see, the problem is, if I'm hearing that you was hurt last fight, I expect you to knock this man out.
Yeah, bro. He was like, I'm about to show y'all, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he said all that. Stuff. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand what happens in that ring with him. Did he get checked in did something happen in training camp where he caught a chin check?
I don't think.
He got dropped or something and he fearful of that happening?
First thing that's a bad look. He's disciplined with not making sure he don't get hit. He does that well. But he's not disciplined. He was arguing with his corner. Like, bro, it was like the 6th through the 8th round. That was the time to put him away. Like, the 7th, he started going crazy to his body and stuff. The dude can't do nothing. It's like, if I'm not strong enough to knock him out, let me get this TKO real quick. Let me get this stoppage and take him out. Like, bro, he just took his foot off the gas.
I feel like I've been a broken record like for the last 7
You've called this. This Zay has been on.
I'm trying to tell you,
you've been high on him.
He has fast hands. He puts together good combos when he throws them, and because of that and the hype and how people talk about him, people are overrating his skill.
Yeah, he hasn't fought.
Why every fight? Why does he? Why? Because he's not as good as people think he is. Like he's not a bum, but he's not.
Put him in there.
People
with a
think
real
he's a special fighter. I've been saying this for a while. None of these dudes really are. I said the only people. Tank is the closest one to a special fighter.
Yeah.
And I said, I know we get on him at times, but when he's locked in, Teofimo, who's annoying, he's in that kind of range. The rest of them are just really good. Really, really, really good. But they're not like special. Shakur, I keep saying this, his footwork, I think people think his footwork is better because he has good upper body movement. Mm-hmm. He's closer to Earl's, no disrespect to Earl Spence level footwork. And actually, Earl Spence's footwork is even better than his because he knows how to cut off the ring, particularly against fighters who are as talented. He struggles to cut off the ring, dog.
That was pissing me off,
He's looking to stay right outside that range of your punch.
No one really...
He don't slip and slide, dip and dive, so to speak. He's north, south, east, west, but it's not a lot of rhythmic movement to his defense. To me, it's back and forth, side to side, like Fight Night round 2 or something like that. No disrespect,
yeah, real clunky.
But if you're real nice with it, you won't get hit. Yeah. But if you're gonna fight somebody who actually got some movement and can work around, and you're gonna be in trouble, yo.
Because he got touched a couple times in this fight.
And then the sick part was Shakur let that guy that was a nobody. I so many fighters. I could probably name like 15 dudes that I like over that 20 dudes that I think are better than that guy he fought. And he let the guy 11th round when you supposed to just be putting the lid on it. He let him walk him down.
It was in the 10th or 11th. He put some hands on him.
The fact that he let that man
survive
is ridiculous.
He was running, and then
I don't think he should have made it past 7 rounds.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
And then Shakur, you could tell he got frustrated because it was like around the 10th or the 11th. He just started trying to do wild stuff and knock him out. And I'm like, bro, he really is not setting him up for any great offense.
Set him up, and like I said, he could tell he can, like, one of the best people, because he wasn't fast and he didn't have all of this all of that body movement, all the stuff that they attribute Shakur with, but different weight class. One of the best people I've ever seen cut the ring off in his prime was Gennady Golovkin.
Oh yeah.
It's like he wasn't fast, but you could not run from him.
Yeah, nah, he was walking folks down.
And his power was crazy, but it was like people with quicker feet and this and that, they try to get, he just make a slight movement here, adjust here, use the jab
but
here
he was
to keep you off balance.
Too, so
but that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
the art of that, you don't have to be the greatest athlete or all of that. You just have to understand how to do it. And to me, he always. That's why part of the reason he's never feels, from my perspective, I don't think he feels fully comfortable trying to get somebody out of there, because I don't think he fully is always in position to constantly get somebody. Watch like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
He'll readjust and get himself in another position to give you another 2-piece.
Yes.
And then readjust and then throw some awkward and this and that. Shakur Stevenson, another thing, he's not really awkward.
Yeah.
It's boom, boom, pat, pat.
Traditional.
Basically, he looks like an amateur fighter, a really great amateur fighter. Yeah.
Prototypical boxing.
Like, he has a rhythm to his thing. He has a rhythm to his fight. It's boom, 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 out, bang, bang. And he's good at it.
Yeah.
And he's undefeated. He's not a scrub. But he's just not, to me, he's not a special fighter unless he's going to have to get in there maybe with a special fighter. Maybe we'll find something different.
That's what I was going
but I don't
get
you like him against Frank Martin?
I wanted to say, I was going to say, who y'all think, who would y'all want to see him against next? Where if he outclasses this person, we could be like, all right, it is real.
Get him in there. Have him Devin Haney. Just get the fight over with.
Yeah, that would be cool. I had a little list of people I wanted to see.
Y'all
I wouldn't mind seeing that Frank Martin one.
Yeah.
I think
I put Frank Martin first.
I think that'd be a great next fight.
They've been going back and forth on Twitter right after that fight.
Next fight.
It'll never happen, but I would want to see Keyshawn Davis and him too, because like that would be like, bro,
they in the same camp though, right?
You know what? Can we
stop?
We want to separate
box,
this,
bro.
Because I was going to talk about the other fight, but I mean, if we're gonna go there, like I was talking with Mike, like I'm just saying, it seems like all of the fighters, because the camp excuse and we buddies, it seems like all the ones he know gonna give him smoke.
Yeah,
over there, they all friends.
Yeah, you want to be in my camp, bro?
I don't like that, yo.
Bro, do you want to be in my camp, Brody?
Because recently he was like, you talking about Abdullah Mason? He was like, he next up right now. I'm like, next up. He's in your weight class. Yeah, you trying to little boy him?
Yeah,
no,
nah.
you're gonna have to fight that.
He got scared when he saw how he was throwing them hands.
Next up, my whole thing is he's acting like he's 32 or 33.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're in your mid 20s. What do you think he's next? And you're still next up. Like, what are you talking about?
You've been next up for a long time now. Your clock is getting there.
But that told me a lot of stuff right there. I'm not saying he's scared to do, but I'm just saying it just seemed a little weird. All of the young dudes on your side. That's my guy. He next up. If
Shakur was concerned about that guy he just fought and the guy before that, Power, bro, he don't want to fight nobody elite yet. Because I made a little list. You said to Frank Martin, I like that. I said to Keyshawn Davis. I said Isaac Cruz would be good too. And Emiliano Vargas.
Absolutely.
You don't have enough power to scare Isaac Cruz.
He should fight Emiliano Vargas.
Isaac Cruz wouldn't stop coming.
He don't have enough power to scare Isaac Cruz.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. I don't like that.
Well, I mean, he want to dance and go 12 rounds with people anyway. Show that it's elite.
Ain't going to be able to
show that it's elite.
It's not going to work when a punch come from a range that you're not expecting or just
show that it's elite.
Over the
show
top
that it's elite and then
after
just
him
jab
getting
him
hit,
up the whole fight.
because he going to take punches to get his punch off.
He's
just like Tank, bro. Like they are. That's why I like Tank's ability to cut off the ring in that last fight with Frank Martin. That was horrifying.
My man said he ain't got nothing.
He stalked Frank that whole fight.
He was on that Michael Myers.
Oh my God, man.
That's really how Kimbo Slice used to be walking folks down back on the internet.
Everywhere he went, like you said, it's just a quick movement. Oh, you going left? I'm gonna go ahead, step here, just a few feet, and you gonna run right into me. It's like it's nothing.
We know you
can't get away from.
You felt the power.
Exactly.
So you mentally trying to figure out. He know he had him. He know he got you at that point. Yeah. I don't even want to.
It's embarrassing with Shakur though, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's so embarrassing with Shakur, bro. And then I didn't like how he tried. So we saw the people walking out of the arena.
Oh yeah.
And he tried to come up with the thing. saying that
Copping
ESPN
so many pleas
or
on
Top
Twitter,
paid
Rank
him, and
paid him.
he called those people out of their name. And it's
Copping
like,
so many pleas on Twitter.
somebody in the comments like, dog, listen, man, I'm a fan of the sport. Nobody paid us. Come on, cut it out. He was like, yo, real talk. Like, honestly, it just what you didn't put your, like, you could have
Yeah,
been,
bro, you supposed to
we
be
just
mad.
wasn't, we were naturally not entertained.
You didn't even knock him down.
And then he got in there and called him like he called him out of his name in the comments, and I'm like, that's.
But you could see his lack of discipline when he was going back and forth with his corner.
I was
Like, bro,
like-
and I think that's his grandfather or somebody
He don't do
close
criticism.
to him.
He
Bro,
don't take criticism,
his corner literally was telling him like, put
Yo,
your foot on the gas. He
the
can't
problem
do
is
nothing
he
with
gonna
you.
learn when he get in there with
He
somebody
said, I don't
like you
have to.
said.
I don't have to knock him down.
He gonna learn the hard
He
way.
can't do nothing with it.
And that's why everybody be like, well, and of course we in Baltimore, so everybody gonna assume we saying this because we want him to fight like Tank. No, Tank got a different level of power.
Low key, Tank has already fought people way better
But
than
my
him.
thing is, he's got a different level of power. We're not saying he got to fight like him. What we're saying is, and I've been saying this for several fights,
Yeah.
when you're that much more naturally talented,
Mm-hmm.
and you clearly are outclassing somebody, it is your duty, especially if you want to become a bigger star,
Yeah.
and it's entertainment game at the end of the day as well, and you want to be the best, it's your duty to say, okay, he can't do nothing with me. I could take a little bit of risk. You know, anything can happen, but I'm going to put this smash the gas on him.
Yeah.
He's not on my level, so I got to prove that.
It's almost like
Six rounds.
It's almost like
Take
before
what
he earned it, he's trying to fight like how Floyd did like them last years at 35
Stop, yo,
plus.
and I keep saying,
Like, yo, you can't fight like that. You're not 35 plus.
23.
Floyd was beating folks up when he was your age.
I love that you said that.
26-year-old Floyd was getting in there with the best of them.
I love that you
Knocking
said that
niggas
because
out.
I seen fans trying to give him the Floyd pass. Talking about, see, but Floyd not get hit and all that. I'm like, dog, whoa.
Floyd broke his hand like 70 times, yo.
Y'all are talking about 33, 34, 35 plus
Yeah.
year old Floyd Mayweather. This young
Yeah,
boy,
but Floyd
and
was
we don't
pretty
know about
good,
it.
yeah.
Have we heard about him having hand injuries like
No.
that? I don't think I've heard of that.
No.
I've never heard that.
The shoulder
The
thing.
shoulder thing was literally
The
just now.
alleged shoulder thing.
And by the time Floyd started fighting like that, he already fought big names by that point.
Everybody.
He hasn't even gotten there.
And still then he was fighting big names. He wasn't fighting no regular people until like 3
How do you
years
think
ago.
you're going to get to this massive level if you're already still fighting people we don't know and you're fighting them?
12 rounds.
Bluffing, you supposed to beat the brakes off that boy.
And I don't want to get into the whole because they different style of fighters, so I don't ever want to believe that because you can be a knockout artist and still lose to another dude who beats people a different
Yeah.
way. But what I will say is he should have got him out of it. Like I agree with you. I said 6 or 7. He should have been out of there.
Absolutely.
Like yo, Tank would have got him out of that.
Yeah.
Got him out of it in the first round.
Oh, he'd have been gone.
Yeah. and-
Maybe the second round.
Yeah.
Maybe. And another thing I was talking with Mike about is people can say whatever they want. They like him for this reason, that reason. His last fight wasn't great. Haney would have beat Artem up. Whether he knocked him out or not,
He would have beat him up.
He would have beat him up.
Yeah, he would have beat him
He
up bad.
He would have put his. He would have.
He'd
He would have
beat him up
smashed
bad.
on the gas at a certain point. Whether his power would have got him down or not, he would have. It would have looked like I was saying Regis Prograis type of
His
fight.
face
Or
would have
Cambosis too.
Yeah.
He would have started putting hands on him. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a
you
good
talking trash about you not even doing that. Like we can question Devin's chin or this or that or his risk taking or not. His defense getting lazy at times. But what we're not gonna question is when Devin Haney feels like he's much better than you,
He's
gonna
gonna
start
put his
putting
foot on the
hands
gas.
on you.
Yeah,
yo.
like put your foot on the gas, yo.
And that's all we saying. It's like, dog, like people get mad when it's an honest criticism. If you're that much better
Yeah.
and you talk the way you talk,
Yeah.
Outside of the
And
ring.
you're never going to get a pay-per-view fight like that. It doesn't matter if you win 50 fights like that. You're never going to get pay-per-view fights, bro.
I would never pay to see that.
Because you got to think, a lot of the people that pay for pay-per-view is going to be a lot of casuals at the fight party. You feel me? Like, it's not going to be people that really understand boxing.
falling
And I
asleep
mean,
at these
I
fights.
get, now, if you fighting Esau Cruz, if you fighting like that, like, all right, bro might really come with a weird overhand right, so I need to be really in the bag right now. But it's like, yo,
Yeah, I can understand
if you
that for
fighting
that fight.
a dude that's that low,
But that's all we've been saying this whole
because
time.
I remember even Crawford,
Yeah.
Terence Crawford when he fought pick. Oh my gosh, yo, I can't remember his name right now. I don't want to take time, but it was for like it was at 140. He was the tall, linky dude from like from like Eastern Europe somewhere, I believe, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good fighter, and he had a good little 1-2, and he had a little bit of power in that joint. He was one of the only few fighters that kind of was a little more rangy than Bud. Bud he went out there, boxed him, hit him with his shots, boom, slid it out and out. But that, Bud is a killer, but certain fights, it's like, okay, this fight might call for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fight
Did not call for that.
Did not call for
not
that.
Not the last one either. I don't even remember the last guy he
Did not
fought.
call for that.
I said it at the beginning. That guy was just happy to be there.
Yeah.
He was supposed to
Yeah,
make sure.
Anybody
Yeah.
that talk nice in the press conference
He was supposed to
before
make
the
sure
fight
he
is
never
crazy.
want to box again. Yo.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just happy to
he
be here
questioned
right now.
even wanting to box anymore. Yo. Like that's what the type of beating I was expecting him to put
Shakur,
on.
yo, you let me down, bro.
was
You was my number 2
disturbingly
behind
Victor Postal.
Canelo.
That's who had fought. He had fought Victor Postal. Y'all
Oh
remember?
yeah, I remember that.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
Victor Postal was solid for
Yeah.
a little bit, and that was a dangerous guy at the time. He still had his confidence up, and he was a good fighter. So, but Terrence knew, like, all right, this is like, I'm sure any fight knows this is the fight I gotta be a little smart with. Like that, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's all we're
Shakur.
saying. Come on,
Get
man.
it together.
I've been
Shakur,
standing
bro.
with you, Shakur, since back in the day, but you really let me down again, dog.
I told you from a while back. Other than Tank, of course.
Well, none of us ever said he was over Tank.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. I said Keyshawn Davis beating all of them up. Now,
Yeah.
Abdullah Mason has. I've
He's
said this
getting
before.
there.
Abdullah Mason started really. This was like, I said that like what 3-4 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe. Abdullah Mason kind of crept
He
in
just
there,
got
but
some
before
time.
I stand on that. I think
I got
Keyshawn
Keyshawn.
Davis.
I like Keyshawn.
I got him.
got
I
him
feel like, yo,
fine,
I
man.
keep bringing up his name too. I keep saying it for a reason. Emiliano
Emiliano
Vargas.
Vargas, yeah,
Eventually, he's going to be
But
a menace.
He started this over the last several years.
Yeah, no,
And
he
he's-
been like because he fight like him, Abdullah Mason, Jahad Tucker,
young
Shushu Smith
crowd.
Carrington,
The young crowd is
all them
nice.
dudes. Shushu too around that general range. He a little bit lighter than
Mogan too.
but
He threw his name in the mix.
Yeah, like
that
bro,
younger crop is.
it's crazy
I like
outside for that
how they
130 to
fight.
135.
I like
yeah.
their style of fighting.
Yeah, they fight every 2 months, yo. Them because I feel like Emiliano Vargas has already had 4 to 6 fights this year. So has what's his name? Abdullah Mason.
Mm-hmm.
He fights often. But yeah, I said it last week on the pod, yo. Shakur, they gonna forget who you are, bro.
Get it together, man.
They're gonna forget
do
who
better.
you are, bro.
We want to see you do better.
Now I see him going at Mace. I guess Mace. Literally, I open up real quick just to see you on Twitter. Real
He gonna
quick.
go at us
The
if
first
he
thing
see
that
it.
pop up, maybe because I'm talking into how the phones pick it up.
Yeah.
I guess I can't hear it yet, but I guess Mace gave some criticism to
Mace probably was like,
Shakur's
come
fight.
on, man.
And this is what Shakur tweeted. So I'm assuming he said something. I don't know.
Why are you tweeting at people,
But
bro?
this is what he
Go
tweeted.
beat somebody up.
Same way I felt about his rap career. First of all, you mad young. You younger than
You have no
don't
idea
realize
about
it.
his rap.
Harlem
Anyway,
World is probably one of the most classic rap
he said
albums
same
of
way I
all
felt
time.
about his rap career. NIGGA, more famous for his podcast than his failed career.
So,
First of all, I don't even think he is more famous.
If
for
that
the
is the
podcast.
Nah,
truth,
he
though.
not. Yeah,
but
Mace-
even if that's the truth, so what, nigga?
First of all, the only reason. First of all, hit the. Let's just say that is the case. First of all, the podcast or the show, as they call it, because it's a show.
Yeah, it is a show. It's a sports show.
Let's say he even he's more famous for it now. He was able to build something because of his career prior to that.
Yeah.
You got to get to that point.
Yeah.
People gonna
Like, I'm
forget
telling-
who you are, bro.
He's just going back and forth. The
Yeah.
criticism is getting to him because he knows.
First
man.
off, yo, fighting all bums at your
He had-
stature is crazy, bro.
He got a bunch of yes men around
Cause
him, but he hear it online.
But you saw, but Devin and Tank and them, they may not fight the fighter we want to see them fight, but they not fighting straight bums.
But they will win in a fashion that we
they
expect
not,
them to
but
win.
Frank
at
Martin was
minimum.
not no bum.
But even if so,
Devin Haney had
he's
already
still
fought
knocking
Lomachenko.
people out.
Like,
That's
bro.
what we're saying. If you're gonna fight these
Yeah.
guys, you gotta dust these guys up.
Yeah.
These are the people you should be flooring, just finishing.
Devin fought Lomo, bro.
Dang, then his next tweet was, F Mace, y'all, NIGGA is crazy. I don't respect none of these. Well, I can't even read all. Let's just say he's going surviving.
He crashing out.
He's crashing out.
He's crashing out.
He's
You wanna
crashing
know?
out.
You
He
want to know
young
the
crash
bad
out. He
thing
gonna-
about Shakur?
He said
gonna
surviving
retire
the diddler. That's
He
all
gonna
I'm saying.
retire. He gonna retire.
Know
again.
what Shakur looked like when he was in the corner? He remind me of those kids when I played rec football that when they get tackled and fumble or something, they slam their helmet on the
Start
ground and there's
crying.
nobody
Yeah.
to check them as a grown man. That's what you look like, bro. Yelling at your corner is the most unprofessional thing ever when they tell
They
you
are
to step
literally
your foot
watching.
on the gas.
And they were
bro.
giving him fantastic.
They're literally
Yeah.
watching you, and you
Excellent
can't see
advice.
yourself. You cannot
Why
see
I gotta
yourself.
do that though? Why? Like, yo,
There's a lot
that's
of
your corner,
excellent
bro.
fighters that their corner will say something and they won't. Because nobody will know unless they in the ring.
Yeah.
Even a great trainer. So everybody even knows that. Like sometimes you might not take certain advice, but typically those fighters, they just sit there and just listen.
Yeah.
Or zone out.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go back and forth with the trainer. It's just
Yeah.
a bad look.
The only
not
time
a
I
lack
can
of
see him
discipline.
going back and forth is if he's hurt and he's telling them like, yeah, but I can't see out my eye, or something my shoulder, like that's one thing letting your corner know, like, all right, he's hurt.
He crashing out
like,
on
yo,
fans.
bro, you crashed out on your corner,
he
bro.
He crashing out on Mace. He crashing out on his coach. Like, what
I ain't gonna lie, he's so emotional. I see him doing something silly. God forbid, but I see him doing something silly.
Nah, I just got him getting beat.
He's like that type.
I got him getting beat.
He seemed
up.
like that type to try to pop somebody outside or something because they said something.
I don't see that.
You don't want to fight me right now?
I mean, I don't want to get.
I saw it. We won't bring it up because we don't incriminate black men.
I see him. I see him losing in the ring before he do something like that.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Yo, he might crash out. He emotional.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. If I'm Tank, let's get this fight now.
Yeah.
Like
Tank,
he's all over the
that
place.
guy.
This is timing, boxer timing. This is throughout the history of boxing.
That'd be a heavy payday.
The smart fighters time the fighters correctly. It's not because
Tank
they're scared.
do it.
It's like, okay, it's like when Sugar Ray Leonard made sure he got the immediate rematch with Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran. He made sure it was quick and immediate. Why? Because Roberto Duran was partying after that big celebration, the Panama. Everybody, he was a hero after he beat him, and he knew he balloons up after the fight. He got that match immediately, and then what happened after that was the No Mas fight when he just couldn't take it. He wasn't in a. These things have happened to him. Well, Sugar Ray was notorious for it a lot of times. I mean, he made sure he waited out Marvin Hagler too. Great fighters like understand how to do it, how to place it, where to get it, where to get your guy in sometimes.
Tank, please.
Especially as you get older too. Not necessarily you just kind of fight, but when you get older and you can kind of figure out stuff. Like Tank is getting to the point where if I'm Tank, it's not because I'm scared of him. Because I don't think he's scared of him at all. He's like, oh, he all over the place. Let's get him now.
And Shakur, I want you to clean it up. You're not gonna be Tank. But I'm telling you, you keep playing around, one of these young boys you think is going to be a bum going to come up and dust you. And don't try to befriend everybody that's nice, yo. That's lame, yo. You a boxer, bro.
I don't like that, yo.
That's super weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I had, if we still on this fight?
No, we can.
Nah, we good.
Other thing I had, I saw Ryan Garcia, brother. I think his name's Sean Garcia, got knocked out. I think he was on. He was on that card with Mazadov and Nate Diaz. I think he might have been on there. Like one of the early fights. So he got knocked out. Bro,
it's his older or younger brother?
And I think it's his younger one. Ryan Garcia plans on taking over his training now since he got knocked out. I just looked that up, and he said that a few hours ago. So
Ryan not even allowed in buildings anymore.
Yeah, man.
Bro, wow, yo.
What did my man Schoolboy Q say? Look at him crashing.
He's crashing.
Yo.
Wow, racy.
That nigga's a hazard, bro.
I can't even repeat some of the
stuff.
Out of pocket
He's doing
and
too much,
races completely.
He's doing way too much.
Wild boy.
OD Wild. Like, even Mauricio Suleiman at WBC, especially they be kind of lenient with people they like in general that hold their titles, but definitely, or have come through their system, but definitely Mexicans. I'm just being honest. I mean, I don't think it's a secret. I'm not hiding anything, but like, he was like, yo, we expelling you from the...
You gotta get him out of here, yo. We
don't even want no parts of this right now,
You're doing too much, Brody. Like, what are you doing? Crashing out.
And the craziest part is he look fat almost now. Like, bro, for a boxer, like, yo, you just don't care about nothing.
He is literally crashing out.
Last fight overweight.
Yeah. So his bro got knocked out. I don't think he coming back.
And then they dragged him out of the building, yo.
Yeah,
like he was a child.
They had to walk him out of there, bro.
No, it was like he was a child, like with the feet dragging, yo, like on some TV show type stuff.
The real bad kids in school,
yo.
I mean, he was saying some wild shit, though. Like you got a lot of people mad at you right now. Like, I don't think you realize the magnitude of what you were saying.
You might need to stay out the way, too.
Yeah, you might need to go figure out who to apologize to now. Like, could get bad for you. You just show up in Texas somewhere. Like, that's a bad place for you right now.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Go down there.
Nah, he's either mental drugs. I don't know if that's the case, but we don't have any proof for that. But
I mean, he was smoking weed while he was training.
Yeah,
so
Roy
that's what I've been feeling since that fight.
Since that Haney fight. For that.
Oh, the PEDs.
Since that Haney fight, I've been saying something is wrong with this.
He been wilding, but it would make sense that.
Yo, is this Roy Rage? Yo, like, this makes sense. That makes more sense.
It's been revving up over like the last 3 years.
Yes.
The ridiculousness. This ain't just like a boom, boom. It's like every year it's getting worse.
He crashes out every so often.
It's getting worse and worse and worse. When he found out with Canelo, I was like,
it's strange.
That's when I started rolling my eyebrow. That was a couple of years ago. I was like, Canelo was, from all things we ever heard, was he was trying to help him.
Training with you, doing all that.
They was sparring, wasn't they?
Yeah, he was sparring. He's done everything with him. That was in his camp.
And he don't even talk to them. We don't see them. I'm like, that tell me a lot.
He cut him off a long time ago.
Yeah.
So,
another episode of the Boxing Break.
Yes, sir.
Comment. I want y'all to be angry too.